All right, Big Man, today is Tuesday. It's December 2nd. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Snake Draft Tuesday, joined on Zoom by Captain Cons Large. Welcome, boys. How are you, Large?
Very good, man. How you guys doing?
Good. It's great to have you back. Cons, great to have you back as well. How are you, Cons?
I'm excellent. Always great to be here. And anytime I have an opportunity to do anything with Large, not to mention you guys, this is like a dream come true right here.
And Dave.
I got to tell you, the feeling is reciprocated. Cheap shot by Connor. It's starting early. But I think it's great to see you, Connor. Love your presence, and same with Large.
And the holiday spirit's taking over.
Yeah,
here.
it's I love having Connor Crehan on the Snake Draft. And I do have an announcement. Large and I are going to get an Al's Pizza in the next couple months.
Yes, we spoke about it the other day.
Yes, we did.
I also need to go to a place called Burt's, if you guys are familiar with Burt's. Is that your place, Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But didn't you give me another one? Didn't you give me another one, I thought?
Yeah, I gave you a couple. A couple. Mm-hmm. It's a hike, Large, just so you know.
Then I'm not going to go to Burt's. I'm gonna go to,
Al's is a bit of a hike, too.
Al's is more
Al's,
of a hike.
Al's is the hike. It's way more of a hike than Morton Grove.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where is Bert's up by you?
It's Morton Grove.
More
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got time.
I got to get something on record.
What's that?
I put it in print, but I got to say it out loud. Dave, take off your hat, man. You went all the way to Turkey. You got your hair fixed. It looks good, and you wear a hat every day. It's almost like you went and did this surgery just so if someone randomly takes off your hat, you're not embarrassed again. Take off the hat, dude.
That's like, I would say that's like 10% of it, sure. I don't feel like taking my hat off. We were supposed to be pushing Black Friday merch for the next few weeks, and this is a new hat of ours. So since we're on the Snake Draft, I wanted to get it out into the ethos. Yes.
Yes. Appreciate
All right,
that.
fine. My hands are tied there. I'll allow it.
But my hair does look great. You are correct there.
That's almost 2 points for Dave right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then minus 5 points for anybody who listened to Dave debate Stephen Shea the other day, because God almighty, did you have rocks in your brain the way you were trying to make arguments against Shea? I listened to that.
I'm not entertaining this thought, Connor.
Well, I don't know that you can. You can only carry so many thoughts in your head at once. It becomes very apparent. You argued yourself into a pretzel, and then God bless Ed,
everybody on the internet other than you fucking thick-skulled dickhead.
There it is.
Thought that I destroyed you in that, or destroyed Shea in that.
Well, I mean, Jesus. Like, what does that say, though? Like, his brain...
Once again, you're the extreme outlier.
From everybody.
You're the extreme outlier. Everybody that said anything about that episode said that Eddie was wrong and that I should have been awarded that first point.
All right.
Okay.
Do you always listen to commenters?
When they're nice to me, yeah.
All right. Let's do this, boys. Christmas spirit is buzzing, like Chief said.
It was a minute ago until he started flapping his fucking gums.
All right, Large.
Yeah, you know what? Like, what would our house be like if we weren't arguing? You know, it would be fake. It would be phony baloney.
That's true.
So I'm never gonna, be fake for the listeners.
It's true. All right.
What's Christmas without a little yelling?
He's not engaging.
I'm not engaging.
Credit to you. Dave did not chase the ball.
I woke up this morning and it started last night, but it went on through the night, like through while I was sleeping. Connor was arguing with some dude on the internet with me tagged in the tweets, and this argument had to have gone on for 3 hours. And it started I think it was about me wearing a hat, and it ended with him arguing about his dad passing away like 3 or 6 months ago or whatever.
Who the hell was it?
I will tell you, the one bright spot of having your parent die, you throw that in somebody's face and they shut up real quick and they're like, "Ooh, I feel bad now."
I will say
it's like
this:
an ultimate trump card.
That it did completely just stop that conversation. So you did get him.
It
there.
did, and I felt bad because I was trying to be so over the top with this guy that he would get that I was joking and being facetious, and he didn't, and he kept coming back at me, and he was, saying you and Rico are my dads, and I was like, actually, so. Nevertheless, we're way off track. Ed, I apologize.
We never even
Listen,
we haven't even been on track yet.
Listen,
Yeah,
when
just
I
firing up the engines.
when I have you on, Cons, I carved time out for this. I know this is coming, so it's not like this is a shock. But Lance has number 1 through 5 behind his back. Large, what number is it?
Have we even said what the draft is yet?
That's in the
No.
title. You'll see things you like to overpay for. But you're right. We haven't even said that because the gloves were on as soon as we got going. Yeah, things that you will overpay for is the draft title. Large 1 through 5. What number is it?
2.
No.
Cons.
3.
Yes.
Nice. I'm going number 1. And this time, as opposed to my last time, this time I truly believe I have the 1-1 ready to go.
Didn't he have an all-time abysmal one?
It was just Back to the Future. He got a little too much heat for it.
Okay.
Chief.
2.
No.
Dave.
1.
1, correct.
I'll go 2.
3.
Got it.
I'll go third.
God damn it.
1 or 2, Large.
2.
Yep.
I'll go 4 or 5.
I'll go 5.
All right. So the order is Cons, White Sox, Dave, Eddie, Chief, Large. Hey guys, before we get going on today's draft, I want to talk about Roback. Roback Activewear. It's holiday season and Roback is ready. Their collegiate, I always mess that up, collection is restocked. They have all their staples in your favorite products, hoodies, polos, joggers, and they keep releasing new products that we are loving here. Their new shirt jackets are awesome, clean, easy to layer, and the perfect piece for a night out. So use that code DOG on roback.com for 20% off for all new customers through the end of this week. That's spelled RHOBACK.com. That's 20% off all hoodies, joggers, fleeces, and more with code DOG. Get in on that. It will be a great Christmas gift for someone in your life. Roback gear is fantastic, whether it be the polos, the hoodies, the joggers, whatever. No joke, we wear it all. So go hop in on that. Just make sure you use promo code DOG and support the show. So shout out to Roback. Go get your gear. Blue Chew, fellas, you already know what time it is. It's time to level up, and Blue Chew just dropped something crazy. I'm talking next level championship belt, gold-plated energy. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. This ain't your grandpa's little blue pill. This is the 4-in-1 beast that's setting the gold standard for performance. We're talking 2 ingredients for blood flow to keep that rocket pumping, mixed with apomorphine and oxytocin to turn up the arousal and connection in your brain and body. Blue Chew Gold dissolves under your tongue and works in as little as 15 minutes. That means you can get it on quicker and stay in the game longer. Elevation without hesitation. This is peak passion and peak performance in a single tablet. If your bed could talk after this, it'd be asking for a break. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with code DOGWALK. That's promo code DOGWALK. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Without further ado, Connor, lead us off in the things that you are okay overpaying for draft.
Okay. When you break down your life, 24 hours in a day, you're supposed to sleep for 8 of them. That's a third of your day, third of your life is spent sleeping. So I think the best pick in this draft is a mattress. You gotta pay for a comfortable mattress. You spend a third of your life on this thing. You cannot skimp on a mattress. And you really feel the difference, because I don't think any of us had an amazing mattress like right out of college or whatever. When you get that first really good mattress and you realize, whoa, I've been missing out this whole time. Because hotels, hit or miss, sometimes have nice mattresses, not always. But when you pony up and you pay for a good mattress and you get that first night's rest on that mattress, you're like, wow, what have I been missing? So I think when you're of age or even before, when you have to go buy a mattress, spend whatever it costs, get a good mattress.
I think it's the only, not maybe the only, but I think it's absolutely.
There's a couple elite picks. That's definitely one of them.
That will not be on the board by the time it gets to me. I don't know if it was #1, but you're definitely right. I don't know if there is a glaring #1. Is there on this?
I think if not, that is absolutely one that should be in
Yeah,
contention.
I think there's like that.
Connor said it right. I hate to say that, but he did say it right. Like, I had a shit mattress until like a year and a half ago, and I ponied up for one. It took a couple of payments for it, and that first night, you're like, holy shit, I get it. It's night and day. It's awesome.
Yeah, I remember I tried to cheap out and just get like the cheapest bed that they had. It was like for like my first bed that I bought myself. I got rid of it within a year.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
This is
Yep.
this is stupid.
Well, because also too, like you come out of college, like when you're drunk and you could sleep any which way, and if you're like I can sleep anywhere anyway, so you don't think about it, and then you realize like as you get older, a bad night's sleep it can hurt. It can hurt your back, and then you're uncomfortable the rest of the day. It's just not worth it. So it pays
right.
a lot of dividends.
Good pick, Cons. Dave.
Wow, thanks.
I'm sticking in the same world, so I'm thinking just shit that it doesn't necessarily have to be expensive or a lot of money, but it's stuff that it's an absolute necessity. You use it every day. It's if you don't have it, you're in trouble. I'm going with toilet paper. Can't have that single ply bullshit that you might cheap out with after college or when you're moving in with your buddy, into a dorm or whatever it is. But you get some nice toilet paper, shit that doesn't leave that flaky white stuff in your asshole, and you get a nice one wipe. Nice clean shit. It makes your day a lot of times. And Ed, I know you like to be squeaky clean down there. I'd imagine you'd agree with me.
Yeah, I'm kind of team bidet at this point. But granted, like you need a good toilet paper. You're a bidet guy, Large?
Yeah, I fucks with a bidet, but I agree. I don't like the scented toilet paper.
No, that's stupid.
That it almost feels like scented trash bags. They always like bring more to the party than you want. But conversely, we've all shot a finger through and given ourselves a little, a little shoot
pokey.
up your ass. Yeah, exactly. And there's nothing good about that.
Nope.
So I think that's right up there with mattresses and maybe one or two other things, but definitely toilet paper.
Can I say though that there is a point where it's too good?
I agree.
Yeah.
I think when you start wiping your ass with essentially a face cloth, like, something like that's too plushy. I feel this way about bath towels too. It seems like sometimes the most fancy bath towels push the water around. It doesn't soak it up.
I agree with that.
That's really true.
I like a rough toilet paper. I like to, and plus I'm older. I think we've spoke about this. Cleaning my asshole, it's like taking, cake batter out of a catcher's mitt. So I need something like a little more structural to a degree, but I don't need all the perfume.
Large.
And all that stuff. Go ahead.
Out of 10 shits, how many times is it, you got a peanut butter situation back there?
I would say that my regularity nowadays, I'm glad you brought that up, Eddie. My regularity nowadays has been getting better, but I was in Fort Lauderdale this weekend doing a bare knuckle event, and I went to two Cuban restaurants back to back. And I'm telling you, it's a tough road to hoe back there. It was just rice and beans and plantains and all that shit. I do not feel fresh at all. So
It's just a never ender.
yeah, just by coincidence, I'm glad somebody brought that up. I'm having a tough one. And as a matter of fact, I've been going so aggressively at it. I have shot a finger up my whole ass a couple of times this past couple of days. It's made me question everything.
Can't have it. Can't have it. Another thing too, like sometimes when it's too plush, it doesn't necessarily fit on the toilet paper holder, depending on your toilet
It hits
paper
a wall.
holder situation. It
Yeah.
hits
Right.
the wall, kind of gets stuck until you get through like a quarter of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be annoying.
That's true. I've had someone advocate for like the shitty toilet paper. He's like, yeah, I just really mummy it, and that kind of gets in the way of actually.
I gotta say, I don't know if
Balance.
I don't know if I could like tell the difference of price points.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
you
like you could
definitely
tell the
can.
worst, but I don't even know if I've ever had what Large was talking about with the best.
So I think now, no free ads, but there's a large retailer out there that has an app that's on all of our phones that we use for a lot of home goods. And like the baseline, I think, is pretty good these days, where I think back in the day, there was a larger gap between the cheap toilet paper and the expensive toilet paper. Now I think it's more or less like it's all pretty decent right in the middle. So
I worked for the Board of Ed in high school. I was a janitor and down in Brownsville. Not an ideal situation for a guy like me, but I would bring home cases of it. Like the Board of Ed issued toilet paper, and that was no bueno. So the floor of toilet paper is very, very deep. Like this was the stuff you could really see through, and you would have to mummy your hand, like Eddie said, which is bad for the environment. Fuck the environment, but still, like bad toilet paper is bad. I need something sort of in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this was fun. We just broke down toilet paper for like 5 minutes, and that's
But
that's
where
why
do you guys
we do
stand
this.
on using baby wipes?
Um,
Dude wipes.
They're nice. Obviously, they're nice.
Yes.
Yeah, but the problem is, and now Ed, as a homeowner, you got to be. When I lived in an apartment, I threw anything and everything down my toilet. Didn't really give much thought to it. Now, as a homeowner, I'm very, very cautious about what I put in the toilet.
Okay, so it's to me. Listen, you don't do this. I hope not. If you do this a lot, that sucks for you. But so it's not as useful as a mattress or toilet paper. But if you're not overpaying for movers,
yeah.
It's a great one.
Yep.
That's a great one.
you're an idiot. Don't do that to yourself.
I think
You deserve better.
I think this could have been 1-1.
Yeah, I think that's up there too. I think, yeah.
See, this wasn't. While I agree, it should be picked and should be discussed. Do you overpay for it or do you just pay for it? Like that's something you should absolutely just pay for.
Well, the other option is doing it yourself, which is a no pay.
Right.
Or minimal pay.
But like I'm thinking like, oh, you could get the just generic stock brand toilet paper, but I'd rather pay the extra few bucks to do that.
No, this
So
was
if that makes sense.
know
However,
it's
No,
all-
that makes sense.
it's
I'm going
all
to
or
defend
none.
Dave here. I think that the standard is like you have to pack the boxes yourself and somebody comes and picks them up and moves them for you. Whereas like the top tier
Sure.
movers,
Yeah.
like you could just leave your house and they pack everything up and get everything from point A to point B.
yeah, I
Corporate
haven't.
Levels of packing.
Corporate relocation services are fucking elite. When I
Yeah.
first went from Citigroup to Robinson Humphrey down in Atlanta, they came into my apartment. I had no idea what they were going to do. They packed everything, put it on the truck, got down there, unpacked everything to the point where the half full bottle of ketchup that was in my fridge down in Atlanta. They packed my fucking condiments, the whole deal. And it was lovely after spending so much of my youth as you're going from apartment to apartment, like asking my brothers, hey, I'll buy some beer at a big lunch. Can you help me move? You ding up your shit. Everything gets scratched and the whole deal. Movers is a big one.
Holes in the wall.
Yeah.
Can't fit couches out the doorway without taking them off the hinge and shit.
Yeah.
That's the fucking worst.
I once helped a buddy move a couch. It took us hours. We had to take windows out of the actual sill and like completely remove the window in order to get it fit. And then I'll tell the full story because I don't think he listens. And then some things happened with that guy's relationship that he got in trouble for, and a scorned person took a Sawzall and chopped up that couch and threw it out the window of their apartment. So it was all that work for like a year later. Got chopped up and thrown out the window.
damn.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I moved into my place 3 years ago or so, like two and a half or so, and I bought a couch for $1,000. Just a standard, here's a couch for this part of the house couch. And I added a laundry room to my house, so there's a new wall in it, and I put that couch in my bedroom just to throw it in there while the construction was going on, and didn't think I couldn't get it out because there's a new wall blocking it. So this brand new $1,000 couch, I was like a year and a half old at the time. I had saw it in half and just throw it out.
Tough.
I'll say this though, Cons. Good on that person for knowing how to use a Sawzall. I mean, that's impressive.
I mean, have you ever
Yeah.
used a Sawzall?
I mean, you didn't get the joke, but good on them. Good on them for
joke?
sure. Yeah, movers is my pick.
Good pick.
Good pick.
Chief, you're up.
I'm going with convenience. This is something that I was against for a long time, and then out of necessity, I bought it. It's either TSA pre-check or clear. Like just skipping the line
Yeah.
at security, being able to walk through with all
Definitely.
your stuff. That's something that it just going to the airport. At least for me, I hate going to the airport, and if you can take any of the headaches out of it, make it a little bit more convenient to the TSA pre-check / clear. I feel like they're basically the same.
Yeah.
But so that's my first pick.
What is the difference? I always like think about like I should look this up what the difference is because I have TSA
Clears
free, but
domestic, TSA pre-checks international, I believe.
I don't think that's true.
It's definitely not true.
Yeah, it's
I've used Clear for international flights.
I tell you what, the confidence you said that, White
said
Sox Dave, I don't know if it's true or not. I'm going to take that as gospel. Fuck these guys.
I said I believe at the end of it, though.
No, I believe you too.
But with that said, the TSA pre-check, that
Nope, that's global entry.
is that okay? That's
TSA pre-check comes with global
that's exactly
entry.
what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
So if you don't get global entry and you buy TSA pre-check, you're
Yeah.
kind of dumb. It's like $10 more.
Yep.
Yeah, this actually, I only got it because I would have missed a flight.
That's why I got it too.
And I'm like, okay, here's my eyeball data,
Yeah.
which kind of grosses me out. But I'm like, you can have it. I'll just
Yeah.
skip the line instead.
I also with the Clear specifically, which is the eyeball data, large. I'm sure you can relate. I don't know if you've ever had Clear, but like when they scan your eyes, it's for like a shorter person. So you never look like you always have to like squat down or lean down. It just you look ridiculous while you're getting your eyes scanned too.
And the little keyhole that you got to fit your face into.
Yeah.
Starts searching around your body for it. And I'm the only moron. I watch it as I'm waiting for it. I'm the only moron that smiles during it. So I sit there for Claire like a kid going on his first plane.
Yeah.
I will say now the TSA pre-check has it where you don't have to show a boarding pass or an ID. They just do a face scan, and that's enough. And the other thing for a long time that made TSA pre-check awesome was the whole belt and shoes didn't have to come off. And now, pretty sure you don't. Nobody has to take their shoes off anymore.
No, they still make you do that.
It's like half and half.
It's
now.
That's not a uniform
random.
thing everywhere. I don't know, but
Same thing with bins or no bins.
Yeah.
Make a fucking decision. How do we not have this?
And some of the times they'll just have like a standard stadium metal detector. The other times it's like the arm up thing. And there's like 10 people walking through the first one at once.
yeah.
It's a good pick though.
Large.
I'm going to stay in airports and I'm going to go direct flights.
Yeah.
I think when I first started flying, I'd be like, oh my God, it's half the price for me to just hang out in Atlanta for 35 minutes. And I think it gives you better than double the chances of fucking up your trip and possibly your vacation or work trip if you don't go direct flights. So I know they're a little bit more expensive or sometimes a lot more expensive, but connections are a fucking nightmare for people who are on a time crunch when they're traveling for business or people who are traveling with families, trying to get the kids off and then spending an hour and 5 minutes in Charlotte and trying to keep them on a fucking rocking chair before you're going off to your next thing. It's a nightmare. So when I travel with my family and obviously with just myself, I insist on direct flights more so than I do with like first class or anything like that, which I don't think is a necessity for everybody. But I think that direct flights should be a necessity for everyone to pay up for. Is that fair?
Yeah, I was going to say that there's two here. I think you picked the more like no-brainer one. You kind of just said the second one too, but I think this one's absolutely a no-brainer.
No brainer.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I went to Vegas, I was like 23, 24 years old, and to save like $30 on each way, I had a layover in Des Moines, Iowa, from Chicago, and then on the way back, I had one from Vegas. And on the way back from Vegas, there was 2 Iowa State linemen, and I was in the middle seat, and I literally lost my last cent to my name. Didn't have 1 cent in my checking account, no credit, no nothing at the time, and I was blasted drunk from the night before still, and it was the most miserable 4 hours of my entire life, and never again will I make that mistake. Never again.
Yeah.
I think it was Brett Merriman when he was still the booker. I think he booked Dave like a connection to Augusta or something like that.
God.
And he was like,
something like that.
"You fucking idiot!"
Yeah.
Like imagine booking Dave a connecting flight.
And a tight one where he's like, got to be like, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Like
dude.
those poor bastards. Anyone with a connection, they get to get off first. Everybody raised their hand for a connection because they all want to get off first. This world is done.
This is kind of adjacent, and I think it's relegated because I live in an area where there's a bunch of main airports here in New Jersey. I fly out of Newark, but then there's JFK and LaGuardia, and then Philly isn't far. But younger days when I was still in the Army and had less money, there would be times where to save money I would fly to a different airport, only to have to then get in the car and either drive through Manhattan to get home or up from Philly. And it's akin to direct flights. Just fly to the airport you need to get to. Don't mess with other airports. I don't know if that's another pick, but I feel like
It's
in
similar.
line with direct flights.
Yeah, I gotta find that. That's so funny when he booked Dave.
That was like 2016.
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago.
But yeah, but was he? I feel like was he doing PJs at that point?
No.
No, Dave wasn't doing PJs, but still, like, a connection is crazy.
Yeah.
Large, you're up again.
I don't know if this one, since I have to wait to come back around again, I don't know if this one will be on the board by the time I get back around. Please tell me if I'm going too early on this. And I'm going to be as vague as possible, but I'm going to say health insurance, because when I was a young man and I was choosing my health insurance for whatever company I worked for, I never really went for the top of the line one. And I've always had perfect teeth. My wife's, the inside of my wife's mouth is a wonderland for me, but she's got terrible teeth. So she's always had to do like extensive dental work. I've never had that. And then I think I was at Citigroup at the time. I was in a DMO, like one of those cheap dentist things. And that's when my wisdom teeth needed to be taken out. And I went to this Russian guy in this very Hasidic Jewish neighborhood right off of Ocean Parkway in Brooklyn. And he like put his knee on my chest when he was taking it out.
God.
When I woke up, I believe my zipper was open. They put me in like a closet to bleed, so much so that I took the stitches out with the kitchen shears because I was afraid to go back there. So you guys let me know if that's an old guy answer. But when you have to wait online at a fucking clinic or a second tier thing because you're not covered for anything, it's a nightmare. And then it gets even worse with kids. So I'm going to say always click for the best health insurance option when you're picking your benefits.
And it's always like $9 a month extra or something.
Yeah, it's
something
not
like
crazy,
that.
but
Yeah.
you're like, nah, I'll never need that. I'll save the $9.
People pass on it. I don't know why. I always go for the most expensive healthcare plan.
With
Well, I
your
think when you're
1,000%.
younger, you pass on all that stuff because you are young, and a lot of people just don't even see a doctor regularly. You know, hopefully they see a dentist more regularly, but they just think like, oh, I'm getting cleanings and I don't need the good stuff. But then as you age, and certainly as you have family, you definitely want to opt for the better insurance.
But would that have been on the board, do you think, or would you guys
No,
have taken
It was
that?
on my list.
I had it.
It's on my list, but way down. I don't know that I would have taken it this high.
Large, I think
It's
that's a great. I
smart
think it's a
choice.
great pick. I think it's one of those things that also people just don't really understand. Like I think honestly, if Chaps did one of those things where he walks around the office and he says, "What's the difference between PPO and HMO?" I don't think
What
I don't think 8 out of 10
stand
people
for?
in this office would know.
Yeah, count me as one of the 8.
Count me. I would bet 99 out of 100.
Maybe I don't even know fully, and I'm talking.
Yeah.
What does HMO stand for?
I'm pretty sure PPO is you can go
Health
pretty much
maintenance
wherever you want.
organization. Yeah. Well, yeah, health maintenance, it's like you lower premiums, but
They tell
it's
you
not
where
as
you got to go.
flexible.
Yeah.
Whereas PPOs that you can like you have more doctors to choose from.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like you're going here if you have HMO.
Yeah.
PPO, it's
I
like
took that way too fucking early now. I've got nothing but regrets in this. I hate this thing. I almost went with lamb chops, to be quite honest with you. Look, I pay up for those bitches every day of the week and go fuck yourself. Who's next?
Oh man, hey, you got your redemption. Hey guys, if you're a last minute shopper like me, you know the feeling. You know, you go there, the shelves are empty, and the ideas are running low. Aura Frames is the solution with a gift that feels personal. It's personal because you put your own photos in it, and who doesn't like to see great memories that you've made with people? So whether it be a parent, whether it be a friend, a grandparent, whoever, get them this picture frame where they can just do this cycling rotation of pictures that can remind you of times when things were absolutely awesome. So
I'm getting one for my mom.
you are.
Yep.
There you go, Lance.
There we go.
That's
yeah,
it.
I think it's a great gift. White Sox Dave actually sold me on it. It's great.
Yeah, no, he loves it. I love it. You get preload photos before it ships, and you can keep adding them anywhere, anytime. Gift boxes included. Every frame comes packaged in a premium gift box with no price tag. Personalize your gift. Add a message before it arrives. It can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code DOGWALK at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code DOGWALK. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast. So order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. DraftKings, one touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself, it never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all of the action in your hands. First touchdown, Anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. Missouri listeners, listen up. DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in the Show Me State. Here's the best part. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the payout. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code DOGWALK. That's code DOGWALK. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Chief.
Similar to what Khan said, if you're spending 8 hours on your mattress, you might be spending 8 hours on your couch on an NFL Saturday or college football Saturday, NFL Sunday. So having a good couch, and this is like another thing where if you cheap out on it, they fall apart. They just like their pieces, like the real, like, I don't want to slander anybody. Let's say you get one on Wayfair. That thing is just not going to last you. You're better off just spending the money up front and getting a good couch that you're going to be comfortable on. It's going to last you a long time.
I am in the market for a new couch right now, and I will be spending money on it.
All right.
My current couch, I think it's a gigantic sectional that I think I spent $1,500 on. It's been a loyal servant. She didn't last like 3 years, though.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
I think it has to do a lot with the stuffing in the cushions, right? Because I think that's the thing that ultimately goes. It's not necessarily the structure, because you're not living in a frat house at this point. You're not jumping off of the second story onto your couch and wrestling on your couch. So the structure probably isn't going to break, but more expensive couches tend to hold up longer and provide that comfort level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
but you get a couch with slippery cushions that just slide, like that whole kind of
Can't
thing
have
sucks.
slippery cushions.
No.
Definitely got to get. Also, I think you got to get cushion covers that are like washable,
Yes.
especially if you have a dog.
Yes.
Scotch
children.
guarded, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing better than spilling something on the couch and nobody else is around, so you just flip the cushion over. That's somebody else's
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
It's like, and then you flip the cushion over, and there's the last stain from the last time you did it. And you're like, oh, fuck,
shit.
I gotta throw it in the wash. Yeah.
No, I think this is a great pick
a good
because
one, yeah.
there are a lot of bad couches out there, and it's like, how?
I had almost exclusively bad couches for my entire adult life until my current one.
Like, I thought about this too. I don't particularly think the couches in the gambling cave are good.
No.
And I was like,
Stink.
yeah, they're horrible. I was like,
Yep.
it should be a thing at Barstool where we get new couches every football season. It should be like a glove.
Well,
You know?
Like a new bat.
Yeah, but it is.
Well, two arguments.
Yes.
I think like they probably get really messy. So maybe you don't overpay for those and you just get new ones every year.
Those are utility.
Yeah, but like
couches.
Cons, it's our basketball shoes. Like you get
no.
new
I
ones.
get it. You get new ones every year. You're right.
Yeah.
If
And there's
from
a
that
lot
perspective,
of-
I like it.
There's a lot of big boys
Lot of
sitting
meat,
on
yeah.
sitting on those couches for a long time.
It should be like that way.
I agree.
Great pick. Surprised this got back to me, and I think, listen, this goes for people in much more rigorous professions than us, but shoes. Like if you're on
What kind of shoes?
just comfortable shoes that aren't gonna fuck with your feet. If you buy cheap shoes, are you gonna call me and say I gotta specifically take boots or something?
I think you can go footwear. I think you can get a blanket
You
on
get
footwear.
all footwear?
Yeah.
Are you going to
If
draft
you had the
Alright.
balls to take it, I think
Cons?
it's
Yeah,
good. I mean, what are you saying? Slippers? What the fuck?
Well-
Get the guy's footwear.
Ed, if you get, it's an unbelievable pick. But if you get all shoes, it's an even better pick, is what I'm saying.
why wouldn't
That
I get all
is such
shoes,
a
though?
spin zone. That's not what you were going for with that.
Why wouldn't I get all?
No, because this was one of mine. Because, like, all right, so in my head, Ed, I don't know if I'm tipping your pick here, but, like, so often guys are like, I hate wearing, a suit and dress shoes because my shoes hurt. It's like, well, your shoes hurt because they cost you $100 and it's basically like plastic on your feet. If you bought very nice dress shoes and, overpaid a little bit, they're going to be really comfortable leather and they're going to feel like sneakers to you. So dress shoes, that's a good pick. But if you're getting all shoes, you're getting sneakers, you're getting boots, basically you're saying taking care of your feet, and that's an unbelievable pick.
Well,
if you
yeah,
get all
dress
of
shoes
these.
are shoes. They're just a
So let's
variation of them.
decide. Does Eddie get all shoes? I just assumed that he did.
I don't think
He get all
anybody's going
footwear?
to take slippers or boots now, so I would say that's fine to just.
I do think there's a difference between like a work boot and a dress shoe, but I don't
Let's
care.
put his feet to the fire then. Eddie, pick which footwear you mean. I'm just kidding. I don't give a fuck.
No, Ed,
Yeah,
what do you
I don't
think?
care
If
either.
if it were me, I would definitely pick someone's boots, like a person, because they're on their feet mostly. Like, granted, don't get me wrong, dress shoes are very nice to have that are comfortable, but if you're in a suit, you're probably sitting down having a meeting and stuff like that. You're not as on your feet.
Yeah.
Unless you're in the pit, fucking around like Large's old days.
Only dancing at a wedding.
That's not. It's not just those types of people, like finance people. Like I worked at a golf course in high school and college, and I had to wear a tie and dress shoes and shit every day, and I would absolutely pay more. Like after 6 months, my sock would literally be going through the shoe. That's how worn out they would get for cheap shoes. So then I started paying a little bit and stopped happening.
Yeah, I just know if you talk to whoever, a plumber or you fucking name
any
some
kind of blue collar
hard laborer, they're
They
like,
want
dude,
good ass shoes.
you got to spend $400 on boots or you're just an idiot.
My dad was structural steel his whole life, and he only spent money on 2 things, and one of them was work boots. And he's very opinionated. If somebody else buys them, are those the Red Wings? Wait, it's the only kind of even fashion he would consider too. So it's so I love the pick.
Okay, so do I get footwear?
Yeah, you have it.
Okay,
I'll give it to you. That's a good pick.
David.
Large kind of took my next pick, but then he started trashing on it, and now I'm afraid to take it. So I'm not going to take it, at least not right now. I'm going to go with this is kind of a new thing for me. I'm going to go with wine. I don't really buy wine now unless it's a nice bottle of wine. And shitty wine sucks. Good wine's awesome. I know I just bought a bottle of Warren Swift. Large.
I'm going to say something. Large, back me up, or you disagree. I don't think you need to overpay to drink wine that is serviceable. Like the gap between $9 wine and a $40 bottle of wine, big. 40 to 80, it gets a little smaller. 80 plus, if you don't have an advanced sommelier's palate, you're not tasting that difference.
I'd agree with that.
So by getting that $100 bottle of wine, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. I love, certain bottles that cost upwards of 100 plus, whatever. But you can have a good bottle of wine at $30-$40 too. So I don't think it's something you need to overpay for.
I was talking more like I won't touch bagged wine anymore, unless it's for a work
But the
stick
whole
or
point of
some-
this draft is, what are you willing to overpay for?
That's what I'm saying. But I will.
You don't need to overpay for it. $40 isn't overpaying.
Compared to the cheap version, yes, it is. I just drafted toilet paper, cons. We're not talking about luxurious items.
Somebody back me up. I'm not going to just keep yelling at this guy. Somebody else back me up.
I kind of enjoy you just yelling at this guy.
The thing that always pops into my head when people talk about wine, and I certainly don't have a sophisticated palate for it, but is that documentary Sour Grapes. You guys seen that?
Yeah,
where
it's great.
This guy was just running a scam where he would buy the bottles, like these vintage bottles, empty them out or drink them himself, and then refill it with different blends and then serve it to his friends and auction it off. And he was made himself out to be this incredible collector, and everyone would have some shitty wine that he put in an expensive bottle and be like, oh my God, this is amazing. So it's even the people who claim to be experts a lot of times get duped into buying these very expensive bottles of wine. I have a couple, I'm again not an expert, but I have a couple brands that I like that, no free ads, but I have Frank's. I feel like that's a good wine. There are good bottles of wine for $40, $30. But
that bottle I was talking about was $35.
But the wine that you brought back from Italy, which you said was $5.
I got it directly from the
source.
But
I'm saying
you're spending 60, 70 on that.
I understand.
Retail on their website, you're spending $80 on that probably.
Okay, I'm just saying you can.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking I'm not gonna buy boxed wine that you serve with a little spigot at a frat house.
I don't think the Boda box wines are that bad either.
I don't even know what those are, but
I know what you're talking about, Chief. Those are fine. But
going from that $8-9 bottle of wine.
But you're not overpaying for $40. Isn't overpaying.
Yeah, $15 for fucking toilet paper isn't overpaying either. Then, if you're paying, I would rather pay $15 overpay for toilet paper than
That's different. It's
$7.
It's relative. Large, help me out here, buddy.
So I think when this goes up on the graphic, you'll have two, schools of thought. You'll have people who used to drink the $5 Chuck, who are now drinking $30 and $40 bottles of wine. So they are paying up for it from where they used to be. Then you'll have wine guys, maybe somewhere closer to me. And I know that I no longer pay up for wine because I'm no longer paying $400 a bottle for wine anymore. I have a couple of very expensive bottles that appreciated since I've gotten them. I keep them correct and all that shit. I don't do that anymore because I find that my sweet spot, which was a point that Cons was making, my sweet spot is somewhere between $60 and $80, where I get a wine that gives me everything that I want. And that's me no longer paying up to when I used to have money. Like, so I think there'll be two schools of thought when they see this on the graphic. Neither of them is wrong or right. It's just about, where you're at in your wine journey. So yeah, if you're going from slapping the bag to throwing down a $45 bottle of Cabernet, you're paying up and it's fucking worth it. It's life-changing to go from that headache-inducing fucking bag of Franzia. And it's not even that bad. I'm not getting on too much. But then once you get up to where maybe Cons is, like an aloof jerk off like Cons, you don't have to pay up to those $200-300 bottles anymore. You can kind of hang out in that sub 100 level. That's kind of the point, right? I think that's the dichotomy between wine drinkers. So I don't think either of you are right or wrong, and I don't mind taking a side, but I'm on the fence here.
That's really
Is my mic
diplomatic
on?
of you.
Thanks, brother.
A very closeted way of agreeing with me because I know I've been around you enough with wine to know where you actually stand on this.
Yeah.
So that's fine. That's really that's nice. You don't want to.
So you like the pick or not, Cons?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because it says, what are you willing to overpay for? You can get a good bottle of wine for $25-$30. I don't think $25-$30 is overpaying.
Yeah, but the baseline's like $10.
No, the baseline shouldn't be $10.
I think that's the baseline's that, like, it's not on my list. Wine's not on my list because I've
Me
been coming
neither.
down from what my baseline used to be. Because again, I'm poor now. So it's like, like most people are starting to move up in wine. So you'll get differing opinions. Assholes like me and Cons and non-assholes like everybody else.
You're up, Cons.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. All right. Keep shaking your head, David. Listen, okay? In the history of this existing, I don't know that there's ever, and short of somebody going across the country, I don't think there's ever been an Uber that has been more expensive than a DUI. I have a very good friend who's an attorney who handles a lot of DUIs. DUI is going to bang you for 10 grand, maybe more, depending on how bad it is.
That's what they said it
So
was for us in like high school, so it's probably like 25 grand now.
Right. So I think I will always, no matter what the Uber costs to get me home, I will always overpay for that Uber to prevent me from getting a DUI.
David, you look like you have something to say.
I'm thinking one of you guys speak.
I'm not crazy about the pick, and I'll tell you why.
Wow.
I have something similar on my list that now can't be used because you took that. Because that's more of a like a
This
rule
or
of thumb. I don't
that.
think
Yeah.
I don't think Ubers are that expensive.
Yeah.
Should I drive home from a local party or splurge on the $9 for a fucking Uber? Like that
Yeah.
doesn't seem like the splurge. For me.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean,
the
Cons?
splurge
Like, I
would
do
be
that
the
anyway.
the splurge would be the cost of the DUI, right? That would be way more expensive than the Uber.
Cons kind of presented this.
I
as
don't
a
agree with
false
that either, Dave. But nobody splurges to get
Nobody
arrested.
wants-
I understand that, but
I'm gonna treat myself.
but
Yeah,
he's
I'm
comparing a $10 Uber
No,
to a
I do get it,
$10,000
yeah.
Yeah.
DUI.
No, but how many
I
times have
think
you been in a
Cons kind of
scenario-
you kind
No
of
one's ever
present.
said,
I
I'm gonna
understand what you're
splurge.
saying, obviously, but like it doesn't completely work.
It's also
for this.
just a false dichotomy. You have other options.
You
What
do.
are the other options?
You could not get blacked out, so you can't drive home.
One.
You
That's
could walk.
one. There's plenty.
Public transportation.
Public
Well, but now you don't
transportation.
need
Yeah.
to, no. You
I'm
don't
gonna
need
ride.
to black out to be over the legal
Oh,
limit.
sure, but whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not like I'm gonna pay for this $15 Uber, or the other option is getting a
Yeah.
DUI.
But if you get in your car with how much you've drank, you're running that risk. So
I don't think anyone
the
should ever
cost
run.
of the
I don't
Uber-
think anyone should ever run the risk. But I don't think you're presenting your argument very.
Cons, I think you could present your argument in the way that
Don't even.
a lot of people in New York, listen, I know this just from when I would work out of your office and I would go there. people in that office, their Uber bill has to be insane. And a lot of it, most of the time, it's because they just don't want to take public transportation at that time.
Yeah.
So it's
That
just-
was the answer.
You get stabbed.
That's the answer.
That's the answer.
Oh, all right. So, I mean, yeah, no, that's another way to frame it. Like, all right, do I want to wait this 30 minutes till the next train to get me home? Or do I want to just pay up and pay for the Uber to get in the
That's
car
not
right
what you
now?
said. That's what
I
Ed
think on a
said.
graphic-
And that's why I
It's
told you
still
not
the
to
same,
say it.
It's still the same pick. It's Uber. No matter
I
how
think-
you frame it, it's Uber.
I think Uber on a graphic everyone will be more on board with that than the argument instead of drinking and driving. Do you mind if I reveal what I think I can no longer use because
Yes,
Cons is taking
please.
Uber? I have too many subscriptions. I don't know what I can pay $10 a month for anymore. Honestly, I don't know. Every show that's out there that exists, somehow I'm able to get it. I must pay so much in fucking subscriptions. Uber One is worth the money. It's the only subscription
I pay for
I
that,
actually
yeah.
see.
Yeah.
It's so fucking worth. And this isn't an ad for Uber at all. Maybe it is. Maybe it'll come in. Uber One, they send you like a quarterly statement on how much money you save with Uber Eats and the fees that they throw onto you. It's like almost like Uber's like, good on you for no longer letting us fuck you. Like, they show you, this is how we fuck you. And now you're Uber One, we won't fuck you anymore. And I think that it's one of the better subscriptions that I had. So I had Uber One down, but I'm going to take it off because you're all encompassing Uber.
I have the Uber one for Uber Eats, and it does the same thing. It tells you how much
fucking
money you
crazy,
save.
right?
I save like $500 quarterly.
It's and for $10 a
insane.
month. They're like,
Yes.
yeah. You just saved $380 in the month of January. You're
Yes.
like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
So, yeah,
I always get targeted with those deals, and I've
Do it.
actually just never looked into it. I should
do
do
it.
Okay.
Yeah. Unlike
Really?
like
It
you want
is.
YouTube or Barstool Gold or whatever people get angry at. I'm tend to like pass on it. Uber One's the shit.
It is
but I'm not going to use it.
absolutely worth every cent. Everybody
Really?
use, and if you live in a major city, absolutely.
What if I didn't use it that much that month?
You don't.
If you don't use it, then don't.
You
Yeah,
don't.
Eddie, don't.
but
fucking
it counts
flex.
for Uber Eats too. Do you use Uber Eats? It's free delivery, no
Yeah.
overages, like surge charging or anything.
Okay. Good to know.
And so
Yeah.
I think $10 a month or something.
You're up again, Cons.
Yep.
And I want the graphic to show Uber instead of DUI right there, not Eddie's argument.
No, I get Uber just like Ed gets shoes. I get Uber for all it's worth.
Yeah.
Uber Eats, Uber because no DUIs, Uber convenience because drive me home instead of waiting for public trans.
Dave-
I get Uber.
Dave splurging for that DUI. The way he said that was so funny.
Yeah, Dave, you go. splurge
That
on
was your
DUI
argument, though.
I'm going to treat myself today. It's my birthday.
That was the, I
And
know
love-
what his
I love
argument
blowing
was,
into
but he said it
sensors
like a
and Walking the
doofus.
line and doing this. Go ahead, Cons. What's your third, jerk?
This is very specific to homeowners. And I think everybody here is a homeowner. But I'm gonna go tools.
Okay.
And I want all tools. I want your snow blowers. I want your weed whackers. I want blowers, lawnmowers, hand tools, all tools.
So wait, are you just paying for tools? Or are you paying more for like a better version of a lawnmower?
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Okay. I moved into my house almost 2 years ago. Okay, so I had to get my lawn tools. So I got a weed whacker, and unbeknownst to me, I didn't realize this brand had gone downhill. It broke within a year. Now, luckily, my mother said to me, like, here, just take our weed whacker because my dad's not using it anymore. And his was a substantially more expensive, better brand. So I should have just paid more money to get the better version versus getting a crap version, having it break on me, and now I got to go get another one and spend even more money. So you pay for the better tools, and especially like if you maintain your own lawn or just doing things around the house. Certainly in Chicago, a snowblower, I think you want the $2,000 snowblower versus the $500 battery snowblower. So I think tools are worth their weight in gold.
Okay, I gotta take a little heat check, temperature check on the room. Who here, and just raise your hand if so, who here believes that story that Connor just told? Raise your hand.
I believe the story. I'm not sure.
Large is a
if-
nice guy.
I don't know. No, but I'm not sure if tools encompasses everything, right? Like when I
Yeah.
think tools, I think about having like a really good hammer or like a really good
Well, what
drill or
what
something.
would you call a snowblower? Is that
yeah,
not
that's
a tool?
that's what I'm saying. Like I kind of consider lawnmowers and snowblowers a little different, and maybe that's just me because I don't use either, so I don't know. So you guys can decide whether that shoes is
that's-
all encompassing for footwear or not. Because
This to me is almost like
That's equipment
tools-
machinery.
tools-
yeah,
just
like
put in the
all right, my
box.
next
Tools
pick
put in
is
the
a
box.
dishwasher. Like
He doesn't
an
understand
appliance.
what we're doing
That's
right
an
now.
appliance. That's an appliance.
It's
I
still
like
a tool.
that. I like that distinction. That's an
I
appliance.
think that. Yeah, I
It's
think.
not a
An
tool.
appliance
it's an
is a
appliance.
tool.
Is a snowblower an outdoor appliance?
I think that's what I would
that's
count
an
it.
outdoor appliance.
It's an outdoor
No.
appliance.
I don't know. I made it up. I never heard of
Listen.
outdoor appliances before. I don't know if that section of Sears outdoor appliances and that's where you get your lawnmowers.
Cons,
I don't know.
That's not to say tools is a bad pick. I think it's a good pick. From what I
Great
hear,
pick, yeah.
there are a lot of old school tool companies
I
that
mean, if
aren't
you
as good
Google a
as they used to be.
snowblower a tool, it says yes, a snowblower.
I
is a
would
tool.
say a snowblower is a machine.
But it's still a tool.
My Google
tool.
says snowblower.
Like anything could be a fucking tool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call a pen a tool, but it
It's
is.
a
Dave's a
writing
tool.
tool.
I was waiting for somebody to see that. You know.
Also, why would he lie about that story? I feel like that's bullshit.
Yeah, why would I make up
He just-
a lie
because-
about my weed whacker?
Because you drafted tools, and then I put it in your head that you're not just drafting tools. You're drafting like you got to pay more for a better
I always
version
thought-
of
when
tools.
When I was thinking about this, I specifically thought of the situation that just happened with my weed whacker.
And I'm
My-
going to
the one I
choose to
bought
believe that
broke.
you just bullshitted that entire story for the sake of trying to sell your pick after you heard me say that you're not just drafting tools. You got to be like, oh, yeah, I want the better version of
This
X.
runs deep, man. I didn't know about this.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
on one-
Oh,
I've been on
yeah.
this. There's some contentiousness I'm not used to. All right, you're up, Dave. Give us one. I'm sorry.
Did you have anything to add to the tools pick?
No, I think it's a good pick. I don't
like the snowblower.
I don't
stuff
think you
being
get
added,
all of that because I
yeah.
think there's a really good pick that guys who grew up in the country should draft.
I have that on my list.
All right. Yeah, I don't.
And
you're up though.
I'm not going
Sorry,
to
hold
take
on,
it right
hold
now.
on. Just because Dave thinks I'm making this up, I'm going to send a screenshot right now of a text with my mom talking about the weed whacker. You guys all continue, but I'm gonna just to prove that I
Okay.
wasn't making up this story.
Okay.
I don't care if you were making it up, Con.
Yeah, I don't need to see your text message.
Well, no, I'm not going to besmirch my father's good name. I'm going to send you these.
I was
texts.
besmirching your name, not your father's name. I am up now, and this is a. I don't want to call it a discovery. I just recently paid for these, and they were more expensive bed sheets. I always cheaped out, just got like whatever at Target or whatever, and now I got a nice pair of. They're almost $400 bed sheets.
What kind of
whatever.
thread count we talking about, Dave?
I think 300 there. I don't know. It was some nice thread count. I get into my bed. My room could be 1,000 degrees, and I will get under those sheets, and I will just be instantly cooled off. Moisture wicking, all that good stuff. Absolutely worth paying more for bed sheets.
I think moisture wicking's overrated as a selling point in general. I feel like the clothes are always like, oh, it's moisture wicking. They always smell fucking awful and they feel weird. I'd rather
'Cause
just
they're
wear it.
wicking all that moisture.
Yeah, I'd
hanging onto
rather
it.
just have cotton.
Yeah.
Cotton
I will
sheets?
say, Ryan,
Yeah.
you're right. Like
Gotta
in
go
recent
silk.
years, with how much like the tech fabrics have become prominent across men's fashion,
Yeah,
sometimes good old fashioned cotton.
cotton's
is the way to
great.
go.
Nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done this yet.
Oh, you should get good sheets.
Yeah.
Wait until
Yeah.
you do. You'll know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
it's
Ed.
different. Thread counts.
Lance,
How much
you're
we
shaking your
talking?
head
How
over
much
there.
you guys got a brand you recommend offline?
Yeah.
All right.
And actually, I'm pretty sure they're one of our advertisers.
Yeah, the one that advertised through us does a good job. I gotta make
Does it
sure
start with a
that they
Q?
go through us first. No, I thought it'd be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to me. Things that are
Sorry,
worth.
just real quick. We have to go back because Large sent something in the chat. Outdoor power.
You
equipment
started
versus tools.
chatting.
I know. I'm just saying. Outdoor power equipment refers to a category of tools that are powered by engines or motors. I got all of them. Tools.
A tool is a blanket term for like a gazillion.
No shit, that's why I took
like
it.
Chief's like he
I
doesn't
got
think
all
a
of it.
pen's a tool.
But okay.
But Ed took shoes. If
But
Ed didn't take
should-
shoes, I would have taken more specific, like one power tool or one type of snowblower.
Should
But Ed
White
took
Sox
shoes, so I
should
get
White
taught
Sox
tools.
Dave have taken liquids? And it would have meant wine.
Yeah, right. Beer.
Gasoline. I don't know that
I
know
will
there's
pay
umbrella
more for
stuff.
natural spring water.
Of course you will. That's why you got that rosy cheeks. All right, so Eddie, what did you
Yeah.
take?
I'm taking
Beautiful
air.
cheeks.
I'm taking air conditioning.
Oh yeah.
Don't cheap out. So if you want me to change it to power bill, because people are so worried about their fucking power bills, but you guys know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you're worried about your power bill, like, oh, my power bill is so much, it's like, no. I will overpay on my power bill to make sure
I
my
will never
house-
be hot.
What-
Exactly.
All right, so Ed,
What-
you're saying like you're not trying to like skate by keeping the thermostat at 73. You're like, make it 66 and I'll pay whatever that costs.
Correct. People who
Yeah, I like that.
People who are so concerned about their fucking thermostat,
Yeah.
you're crazy.
I leave it on 100% of the time
Yes.
in the summer. What's your bill? Mine's like $400 a month in the
yeah,
summer.
mine's like probably close to that too.
That's not our fault though.
They jack it up in the summer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
these data farms.
So yeah, I just don't. I will never man my thermostat with the cost in mind. I will always use it with my comfort in mind.
Yes. That's an outstanding pick and well within the spirit of this draft, Captain Cons.
I would agree. That could have even been a 1-1 pick.
Yeah, I'm happy to get it here. It was tough to massage how it came out, but yes.
It's kind of a tool, though, no? Fuck with you. Joke.
It is. And air conditioning is a tool.
Air conditioning.
Chief,
Chief,
you're
you're up.
I'm taking the lazy man's approach to Connors, but housekeeping. If you have you get a housekeeper to come through once a month, they bring all their tools and they clean everything. They clean things you didn't even know were dirty. So like they get the inside of the microwave, they get the baseboards, they get the floors all shining. So having like a professional housekeeper coming through is great.
I like
That's
it.
a good one. Because there's some people who make you provide all of the cleaning supplies, all of the tools that one would use to clean their house. So if you pay that top of the line, they're going to do it all and bring all their own stuff. I think that's a good pick.
Okay.
I like it.
I think like 25 years ago, nobody did that unless you had a house and a family. You had like a housekeeper come in to help out. But now everybody who's in like a 1-bedroom apartment has somebody come by and clean their apartment and do their laundry once a week. And it's a nice luxury
They
to
don't.
have.
She doesn't do my laundry, but she does just about everything else.
Spruce it up.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Portillo's big news back for the holiday season is the candy cane shake. Have you had one of these yet, Lance?
It's delicious. We had one last year, and I've been thinking about it ever since. Honestly,
Wow, I don't think I've had it yet. And I was going to bat on the yak recently for peppermint flavored things. I love a peppermint pie. This peppermint candy cane shake sounds fantastic.
I'm traditionally not a peppermint guy, and is so good. Portillo's, they do all their shakes so well, so I knew when I got it, it was gonna be good. It's incredible.
Yeah, so they got peppermint candy cane pieces blended into a creamy vanilla shake. This limited time shake lasts like the holidays in a cup. It tastes like the holidays in a cup, excuse me, and it's only available through the end of the month. So that's right, December 31st. The candy cane shake is done. So make sure you don't miss out. Sip on the season. The candy cane shake is back for a limited time, only here for December. Go get your Portillo. Go get your Portillos. It's the absolute best.
It's to me, right?
Yep.
I have so many fucking. I wrote down too many things. I think. I just want to probably be there. I'm gonna say shower heads. When I go to a hotel, that's where it's probably most noticeable. I'd rather go to a hotel that has an okay bed if I'm going to be there for a night or 2 nights, but a shower head that'll take the fucking skin off me. And I've been in like some of the fancier bathrooms, or design bathrooms on my own where they kind of come in and Annie'll, choose the power head. And if I shower head, if I can't go in there and like kind of pop out the regulator that stops it, I don't like rain shower heads just barely getting the fucking soap off me.
Fire
I want that
hose.
thing blowing me off blowing me. I want that thing just absolutely taking the fucking skin off me. So if you can pay up for a shower head, I think that everybody benefits from that. You guys agree?
I think that wasn't on my list. I think that's a great pick.
I'm in the market for a shower head, so if you
What
have
aren't
any
you in the
brands-
market for?
I mean, a few of these things: a couch and a shower head.
I will tell you that if
These are
somebody
things you
I'm
fix
talking
one thing at a
to
time.
tells me that they got a good shower head, like if you tell me that you had a good good mattress, maybe I'll be like, oh, give me the name of it. I'm in the market for a match. You tell me that you have a very good shower head that's just knocking everything off you. I'll be like, give it to me. What is it? There's something 300, and I'll order it tonight, and I'll replace my fucking shower head. Like I will. I'm looking for the best, strongest, and I'm hoping somebody watches this and sends me shower head recommendations, and I will use them because I want something that's very, very strong.
I am very much in the shower head game. So please slide into my DMs. My DMs are open.
Large, you're up again. Good pick. I feel like your list might be really good.
Yeah.
Whatever you got up over there.
And again, this goes with travel a little bit. I always pay for the full tank in a rental car. I don't like looking for gas stations as I'm going back to the airport at 5 o'clock in the morning to make sure that my gas tank is topped off. You know, when you get the opportunity to either pay for the gas, if it comes empty, they're going to charge you $12 a gallon, or you can go and get it for whatever the local, or they give you a slight premium and they don't care how you bring it back. I always opt for that.
Slight. I feel like it's pretty large.
It is. So it's a premium. You're paying up for it. And that's one of those things. It's not as bad as if you just return it half empty, because then they fuck you. But I like to pay for the gas to be done for me when I'm traveling with the rental car. That might have been there for a while too, but for people who travel, that'll make sense.
That's a. Really
I have a confession.
This is one of those things that I can't do. I can't.
You refuse to pay up for it because it's laziness.
Yeah,
it is laziness.
Yeah,
fuck you.
I just
yeah. By the way, the guy who's got the fucking housekeeper who comes in 3 times a week is telling me that I'm fucking lazy for filling up the car.
Number one, Yolanda comes in about quarterly, I would say. Number
I'm
2,
I'm lashing out.
This is one of those things where it's like I just can't do it. And there was a time when we were out in Arizona where I had to go and do it, and it was a complete pain in the ass because there wasn't like an easily They should have gas stations that are
right there.
They should, and they don't. So I wonder. I aspire to not care about this. We'll say that because at the moment I just can't. I can't stomach.
Yeah, I don't think this is a bad pick. I just think a lot of people will be like, I don't do that.
I think I want to take that pick back now.
I'm not saying it's a bad pick.
Shit out of me. Yeah.
I just return it without, and ignorance is bliss, because I don't see them physically taking cash from me. So it's like, they'll charge me later. I won't even notice it.
Dude, it's like $20 a gallon, I think.
It is. It's egregious. Like
that much?
Yes, dude.
Yeah, they really
I thought they
got you.
bumped it up like a few bucks.
And then you're paying like what, like $8 a gallon? Is that right?
I think it's somewhere. So what is it at the gas station? You're paying somewhere in the high 2s, low 3s. I think they almost double it, so it's 5 and change. And if you just return it and they got to fill it up, they charge you closer to like 18 or 19 a gallon. So I think it's substantial.
You do that? That's crazy.
Whoops,
Chief.
I'll just say, just get yourself a good hotel on the trip. Don't try to skimp. Just have. That's one of those things where it's like it all comes out in the wash, and if you're saving $50, $100 a night or something like that, you're gonna end up having a better trip and a better stay if you just have a good hotel. So
sorry, can you just clarify this a little bit? Like what classifies as a good hotel versus a bad hotel? Like, well, I don't.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't understand that. Like,
oh, if there's a Hampton Inn versus something a little bit nicer, go to the place that's a little bit nicer.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm willing to be. What's that?
I think it's a good pick.
Okay.
It's late in the draft, but I don't love the pick.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm kind of whatever. I'm more than fine with a Hampton.
Yeah.
Even if you're on, like, I think there's a difference between like a vacation hotel.
Yeah, vacation.
Yeah. Like I'm doing a ski trip over New Year's. We got a nicer hotel.
Yeah.
Where are you going? What mountain?
I'm going to Utah, and I think we're gonna do Deer Valley and maybe a different place too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Under that context, yes.
Yeah.
If you're going on vacation,
yeah. But like if we're driving out to fucking West Nut, Nebraska to go turkey hunting, I don't really care.
Yeah, that's what I was exactly thinking of. I'm like,
well, put on the graphic, put vacation hotel.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I will do that.
I think that's fair because a lot of people be like, if I'm in business and I'm barely in the hotel.
Yeah, I don't care about that at all.
Yeah. As long as it has a good shower head.
Yeah.
All right, I'm up. I'm going to take the second part of Large mentioned in his direct flight pick. It's first class.
Yeah, I really wanted to take this last time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it's an appropriate spot for it because fourth round is appropriate. It is an appropriate spot for it because you don't always need it. Like my kind of thing
domestic.
Well, yeah, I even say like Like under 2 hours, you absolutely don't need it.
No.
I would agree.
You know, I think that's my
What's
kind
your
of
what's your
threshold.
barometer for? Hey, I'd like to be in first class.
I think 3 is kind of
See,
my. I prefer it. I'm not.
it's a 4-hour flight to Los Angeles from here. I would guess that's the longest flight for the most part. Obviously, Seattle, San Francisco, Western Seaboard, in the lower 48. That's like a 4 to 5. At that point, I'm just sucking it up. But if it's an international flight, if I'm going overseas, 1,000% of the time you're paying
I
me
think
up.
you got to
bed.
be like 5+ to justify it. It's
Definitely.
like, okay, it's overpaying. I'm okay with it. Like, you're in the middle of the country, Chicago. You go either direction. You're not really ever going that far to warrant it.
I think it's
I think you gotta go
crazy.
international.
I think it's crazy for domestic when people will be like, "Oh, I'm going to pay for a window or an aisle seat." Just
Oh, really?
yeah, I don't. give a
I
shit
make
about
sure
that.
I always will bump up to a window or aisle.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You do, like you're completely fine with middle.
I mean, I would probably prefer the other ones, but not enough to pay. Sometimes it's like $89 to have like.
I'll drop that 1,000.
Oh, I'll just.
I should say I don't do it on everything over 3 hours, but when it's over 3 hours, I look at least.
Oh yeah,
And then if the price is
Yeah.
fair,
it was worth it on the way back from Istanbul,
totally.
and you did it on the
I'd
way
say
out there,
Istanbul.
right?
How long was that flight?
10.
10. Yeah.
Being
I think
tall
it's
just
worth
makes a
it on
difference.
smaller flights too, just so you can get off the plane first. Like if it's very, because like all of a sudden I'm going to Pittsburgh, and you'll see that to bump up to first class it costs like $35 or some
Oh,
bullshit
that's
like that.
nice, yeah.
You got to throw it in. So my rule of thumb is if it's less than half of the original ticket, I'll usually take it.
I think
You
that's
know,
a good rule of thumb.
and again, I'm a functional alcoholic who's taller, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So it does play into my wheelhouse. But to Eddie's point, it's a good fourth round thing because I don't think it's that much of a priority.
I will say though, if I
I
had
had
first
first
class
class-
every time, I would.
Oh, yeah.
I'd fly every day. I would not care. It would
Oh,
not
yeah.
bother me.
Yeah,
I had first class home from Kuwait. That was nice.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
You're worth it.
Dave.
Now, I would love to take this pick, but I don't know if I can because Connor got just a blanket of tools. But what he should have
did.
taken was a riding lawnmower. I grew up having to push a hand mower over an acre lot, and it would take me 2 hours just to like mow the grass. I'm not talking about all the edging and the extra shit. 2 hours nonstop mowing. My dad got a riding lawnmower. It was a cheap, shitty one he got off the internet from some online sale that was used and all that, but it still made all the fucking difference. When I have a yard one day, I will absolutely be dropping money on a riding lawnmower.
I like this pick, but I also don't like it because I think it's wholly dependent on the amount of land that you have. Unless you have an acre plus, you don't need a riding lawnmower.
Yeah, but that's kind of the precursor to having a nice hotel on a vacation. So yeah,
right.
we're giving the context.
Okay.
I also think you should be allowed to take it. I think it's a good pick,
Yeah.
and that's
I'll
what I
let
was
him take
hinting
it.
at.
That was magnanimous of you.
Very gracious of you, Cons. Yeah,
Listen, I'm all for the people.
thanks.
I don't know. I've never been in a position.
Yeah, you're a
to
city
ever
guy.
have- yeah,
Right.
Yeah. So we,
Ryan's told this story 1,000 times. Tell it again
which one?
with the chicken wire and all
Yeah. So we had like a shitty push mower that sucked, and we had a big lot, and that was always like my punishment, and I was in trouble a lot. So I did a lot of lawn mowing with a push mower that was never working right, and then eventually, my dad we just started hiring a crew.
Or that, yeah. Having
Yeah.
a land, that even better, yeah. Yeah.
I've never mowed a lawn.
Never once. It's
Makes
actually,
sense.
there's something
Yeah.
cathartic about it. Large.
I didn't have one
I
when I
fucking
grew up
hated
in,
it.
Growing up in Brooklyn, we didn't have lawns, right? We
Yeah.
just these tiny little strips, so I never did that.
Yeah,
And
where
when
Ryan and I
moved
grew
out,
up.
Yeah, when I moved out, our first house had a expertly manicured, like 3-tiered small yard, and I was like, I don't want to fuck this up. These people made it to be like a real oasis, and so I hired someone to do it, and it just kind of, continued through. I rake leaves and I shovel snow, but I've never mowed a lawn, so I'm
That's
out.
it. Have you ever mowed a lawn?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But just a push mower.
Yeah, so
We had a
obvi-
riding mower growing up too, and it's a difference
Fancy.
maker for sure.
Yeah, I could zip through my entire yard once I got that in like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'd imagine this is a game changer.
It's a
and
absolute
would be worth it if you have a big yard. Cons.
All right, I'm really torn on this, but nobody's taken any food yet. I think this is kind of baseline overpriced a lot, but I'm gonna go steak. Dave doesn't like that pick, but I don't care. What Dave thinks.
It depends on how you sell me, because there is a right answer and a wrong answer with this specific pick.
So, not to disparage, I'm not going to say restaurants' names, but the steak you can get at a chain, as opposed to maybe a nice steakhouse in New York City. I mean, that's a different cut of meat. It's better meat. I mean, Large, we went to what was the name of the spot we went to?
When?
We recorded your show.
Oh, Rocco's. Yeah, they did the dry age. Yeah, the whole
dry
sip one.
aged. Yeah,
that was great.
Dry aged meat. I think it's worth overpaying to get a good piece of meat because it tastes different than a steak you might get in an airport for $20. So I think steak is worth overpaying.
Okay, that was a very bad pick.
Okay.
One,
Why?
I have gotten to the point, and I think all men should get to the point where they can sear a steak in 10 minutes tops on their own, and it's not quite restaurant quality, but near enough restaurant quality.
You just said it yourself. It's not restaurant quality.
Can I help?
But while I do enjoy going to a steakhouse and enjoying the steakhouse experience and getting a fat ass 40-ounce porterhouse, that's all fun and games. But like, you're doing it more for the experience than the food at this point. Because if you're 30 plus years old and have a living, you have finances coming in, you should be able to go and buy a $60 cut of meat at the grocery store, pay less than you would at a restaurant, and it's almost as good.
Why would you pay for something to have it be almost as good? If you're going to pay for something...
Have you ever cooked a steak on a grill? Have you ever?
I have.
Okay, then what the
have.
fuck are you talking about, you idiot?
I'm talking about what are you willing to overpay for? I'm willing to overpay for this to make sure that it's above a level that I am capable of doing it myself.
So you're talking like USDA. You're not going select. You're not going choice. You're going prime. Right,
yes.
Which you typically only get in steakhouses.
That could have been your argument, saying instead of going some choice shit ass $15 like global grocery store piece of steak and a local butcher shop that's grass fed USDA sourced from I get mine from Snake River Farms. That's the butcher shop I shop at. So if you would have said that would have been a good sell. But you're like, oh, restaurants and this and that. It's like, no, I could actually do just about as good a job on my own, paying less than going to a restaurant paying $150 for a steak.
Oh my God. So you're content to be less
Sometimes. You just said you do you cook steaks on your own at home?
You are
Answer my question. Answer my question.
You are such a raccoon.
Answer my question.
My
Do
God.
you ever cook steaks at home? Answer yes or no. So you do the same thing.
Yes, but I'm willing to go to a restaurant and overpay for it because I understand.
I go to a different steakhouse like once a month, Con. So do I. But every
I don't
time
understand what the argument is.
I don't know. I'm not.
Dave's arguing against himself.
No, I'm not. I'm arguing against you.
I think you might be arguing.
I'm not. I am saying that I can spend $50 on go to Plina,
sure,
okay, and have almost good enough quality steak but instead it would be.
But you also go to a restaurant and pay for something to be better, which means you're also willing to overpay.
And every time I get that steak, I'm like, I could do this on my fucking own, and I just paid a lot more.
But you just said you do it once a month.
Yeah, I mean, I go to Bracero.
So what are you paying for? The ambiance?
Yeah, the ambiance, date night, that kind of shit.
Okay. You're willing to overpay for it. It's all part of it.
I think just from a food perspective, I was looking at it to put food on this list too. I was trying to think what food has the highest ceiling and the lowest floor, right? Like, is a bad steak that much worse than a good steak?
I think so.
Yes,
and you're right, it is. But I think there was at least one other food that I had with a lower floor and a higher ceiling, so I didn't go with that. But I think that if you pay up for prime or dry aged, if you give me a dry aged prime USDA prime steak, I could go home and make it as good as a restaurant.
That is exactly what I just said to Cons, and he can't get it through his thick fucking skull.
So I would pay up.
Dave,
know,
you didn't
for
use
Prime.
any of those words, though, champ. Okay? Come here. I'm
Champ
going to
is
come bounce
tough.
on my knee. All right?
All righty.
You didn't use any of those
You
words.
guys, you're mean to each other.
Dude, we got to come out there soon. Honestly, having you guys back, this reminds me of fucking like 2019.
Yeah.
Where we'd come to the office, we'd come to New York, and we'd just fucking.
Cons, let's
so
go to
fucking
Chicago.
obtuse.
I would love to.
Myself and White Sox Dave have a date next time I'm in Chicago. We're going
Let's
to
do
that
New
one
York.
place
You guys
that we
are
talked
always
about.
here. I miss coming out there and doing.
Oh, please come on out.
Gentlemen's
Ed,
Friday and
there's
shit.
there's a good spot that Large and I can take you to that you would particularly enjoy.
I'm excited
A
for
really
it.
good cigar lounge.
You know what I mean?
that we
But
go to.
Yeah, no, I miss
What's
doing
the
that.
what's the place with the? It's the lighter dark beer.
Oh, McSorley's.
McSorley's.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that was a time. Dude.
Let's go get some fucking liverwurst at McSorley's. I'm down. I'm
I
doing a
was-
little food series. I don't know if you guys have seen it, so I
I
got a bunch
have.
of shit we can do. We'll go
Yeah.
fucking nuts. Me, you, Chief, we'll go nuts.
I love that. That was
And Dave
that was so fun
Cons.
back in the day. All right, Cons, 5th round. Lead us off.
All right. Shit. I feel like I don't know.
I fucked up this draft so bad.
No, you didn't.
No, I think you're having a good draft.
Oh my
Zero
God, I'm really
confidence.
I'm between a couple here. But you know what? I use one over the other. I think if you are somebody that plays golf more than just like twice a year in like outings and you actually like play golf and it's a hobby, it is worth paying to get custom fitted for golf clubs because there is a significant difference in golf clubs that are just straight off the rack versus fit to you. And as a result, even the worst players will play better and you'll enjoy your round that much more. Shout out to TaylorMade. Go get yourself some TaylorMade clubs. I think overpaying for golf clubs is well
Completely
worth-
agree. Good pick. Good pick.
Thank you.
Great pick.
That's a great pick. Yeah.
I think you don't think that's true.
I see. I'm so shitty at golf that I think if you gave me my like a pair of, or a set of custom fitted clubs, then I'd throw up the same 150 that I did with a pair of shitty clubs.
He did put in a caveat if you're an avid golfer.
Yeah, he
right?
did.
And I'm right. If you're a ham and egg guy, a hacker, I think you're good
if you
going
play
to Dick's.
2 times a year, I could
is
put
like
anything
what I
in your
do.
hand and it's not going to make a difference. I'm talking about people, and there's a lot of people now who have taken up golf and play, once a weekend in the spring and summer. I think it's worth it. Because then also, this is not something that you buy every season. Clubs last you multiple years. And again, it makes a massive difference in your golf game.
Good pick.
You're a very good pick, Cons.
Thank you.
I have a buddy who just refuses to buy clubs and he uses these really shitty ass. I'm like, dude, just go. Like,
Yeah.
not even get fitted. Just go buy some that are not.
If you're gonna buy them, you might as well get them fitted too. That when we got that done, that made such a difference for me. Like it's because and it's just like the consistency of it too, where I was always renting or borrowing or whatever. I didn't even have like my own set, and then just getting something that's like built for you. It's like the right length, the whole thing. They do make a difference.
Shout out Club Champion.
Yep.
Dave, you're up again.
Sunglasses. I'd rather pay for a $300 pair of Ray-Bans than a $10 pair of shitty glasses from the gas station.
Wow, why would you disparage and not mention one of our amazing sponsors, Shady Rays?
Shady
that
Rays.
are
I
not
wear Shady
overly
Rays, too.
expensive, super affordable, very easy to replace if they're broken or stolen or lost. And you're talking about Ray-Bans? Sorry, I didn't even mean to say it again. What is wrong with you?
Dave, you mind if I stick up for you?
Floor is
I
yours.
just recently bought a pair of the Dave Portnoy's from Randolph's, which are higher end sunglasses, and they're excellent. I've been wearing Randolph's now for like 15 years because I look.
Shame
like,
on you for not saying Shady Rays, Large.
Right, but it's also one of our sponsors. So Shady
also one of our
Rays
sponsors.
provides a good portion of our audience with options, affordable options that are absolutely great and high quality.
They are.
And if you want to step it up to Randolph's at some point, you can bring it up, and I think that it's worth the step up. So I think that's an excellent pick, Dave.
Thank you, Large.
Fuck you, Cons. I just want to get involved.
I didn't think it was a bad pick. I just couldn't believe that he was willing to give another brand free advertising.
Shut up, would you?
In fact, Dave, you should take your own advice because you're only digging your grave deeper.
All right, Ed.
All right. I've got a couple left.
I could do 10 rounds of this.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got a
I
bunch.
could do 10 rounds. I can't decide what my last one's going to be.
I don't love this one, but there's a thing that happens that really pisses me off. It's the twin to Dave's toilet paper, and it's paper towels.
Oh, dude.
Oh, you gotta have good.
Correct.
There are paper towels that you can't even rip down the line of the seam without it turning a 90-degree turn, and then you got to go back and go for a second rip.
Give me the bounties all day. I'll pay more
Yes.
for those. Yeah.
Okay.
No, Chief, give you the bounty, select a size.
Okay.
If I forget and I don't get to select a size and I do a full sheet bounty, I feel like I could fucking dry myself getting out of a shower. I'm so used to like the smaller
Yeah.
things now but bounty is synonymous in my household with paper towels. Can I get a bounty? Oh, if you're going to the store, make sure you get a roll of bounty.
Yeah.
We don't even use, you know what I mean? And it's never been that way. And perhaps Brawny has a great thing. I'll never know. I'm a bounty
Brawny's
guy
good.
till I fucking die.
Brawny is also good, but it's like there are the kinds where sometimes you forget them, you run out, whatever. You have to I just order them like through GoPuff or something, and they don't have stock of bounty, so I'll just get like a roll or two of like the shittier kind, and it's like I never even end up using them because it's like they're just like they suck that bad. They fall apart, they disintegrate. They're the absolute worst. So I think this is a really good pick.
It's a good pick.
Like it.
I don't have you guys discovered the Viva paper
Trying to-
towels yet? It's a purple.
Are they a sponsor?
Purple, I knew that was coming. Is Bounty a sponsor? Chief?
the Viva thing,
Viva. It's a purple packaging. They are mega absorbent.
They are?
Mega absorbent. Best paper towel in the game. Very loyal to them.
I've never seen it.
I've seen them.
Are they good cons?
They look
We-
good.
I
think
discovered
I've probably
them.
used them before. They're good.
At our Belmont office, actually, I'm like, these are the best paper towels I've ever seen, ever used.
Okay.
Chief.
And I started
Good
buying
pick.
them myself.
I'll say I do a lot of cooking. I'll say getting a good set of knives.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
That was my next pick if I didn't use the sunglasses. Great pick. Absolutely worth it.
I also feel like these make a good Christmas gift too.
Great Christmas
Yeah.
gift.
Would you agree, though, that you would rather buy somebody a very good kitchen knife than now what everyone used to give as wedding gifts, the blocks that you probably won't use 5 or 6 of the ones in the blocks? Like let's say you're going to get like that generic Wusthof block with the 17 fucking knives in it. I'd much rather somebody spend that much money on like a really great chef's knife for me.
Yeah.
Like I just dropped my knives off because the holidays are obviously starting this week. I dropped them off the sharpener. I used to try to sharpen my own knives and fucking stinks. So I sent
Yeah.
it to the lawnmower place, which isn't a tool place. It's a lawnmower place, by the way. And they sharpen up all my knives for me, and it makes a difference. It makes
Yeah.
a difference with my productivity, except I cut the shit out of my hands when they come back that fucking razor sharp. I love that pick.
I did get a
Surprised it lasts.
whetstone, and I probably sharpen them like once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see you doing that with like your shirt off or something. I'd love to see it. If you can videotape it next time. The manliest thing you've ever fucking
Yeah.
done in front of me.
Next time you're in Chicago.
I was between knives and the golf clubs, and I don't really use knives to like cook meat excuse
You're
me,
cooking
cut
meat?
at the holidays. Cut meat at the holidays. My wife does all the cooking in the house, so I didn't feel like that was honest.
I appreciate your honesty.
I was going to say like a good, for the kitchen, I was going to say like a good Dutch oven, like a heavy Staub or
Le
Yeah.
Creuset. Yeah.
But I've also seen like old Italian women make stuff I'll never be able to recreate on like aluminum pans from the grocery store, you know? So but I think a knife is good cutting board. Like there are a
Yeah.
couple of things that you just definitely need.
Large, Mr. Relevant, last pick of the draft. What do you got?
Down to 2. Well, I do 3. Are we going to do like honorable mentions and
Yeah,
shit?
yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to do this. Maybe it'll look good on a on the board. No. You know, I am. So I'm going to say tattoo artist. I see too many people tattoos. Everybody has them, and about 30% of them are fucking awful. I look at
I think
them.
it's
I'm-
higher
I'm-
than 30%. But go
and I
ahead.
watch like Ink Master on like Paramount or something like that, and I see like these people coming in the first couple of rounds, and they wind up getting shitty stuff. There's nothing more permanent than a fucking tattoo.
That's a good
So
point.
why would you go to somebody who's like, I could do it for $200 less or something? Like, I wouldn't cut a corner. You can cut a corner with a barber every now and again if you need a haircut in a pinch, because it's gonna grow back, right? You can take chances on buying an expensive shirt or something, but a tattoo is gonna be on you for the rest of your fucking life. If you're going to splurge on something that's going to look you in the mirror every day, I would say, and I don't have a lot of tattoos. I have the Canelo one, which I did as a goof, and I have one of Annie that's still held up and it's beautiful. But
By the way, crazy that you did a tattoo as a goof.
yeah. And I don't see it. She sees it every fucking
Yeah.
night. And I'm going to get it removed at some point as soon as he loses, like maybe Benavidez. I didn't do it after Crawford. But I think like too many people get bad tattoos and they get them for the rest of like Nick Tirani. He has like Vibs put a couple of tattoos on him. And it's kind of funny for, a couple of weeks, but then
Then you got
Stays
this tattoo
forever.
for the rest of
I
your life.
think a lot of tattoo guys, none of which we are, I think they kind of take pride in the shittiness of them a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like Nick does. He leans
Do they?
into Nick leans into how
It's a certain aesthetic. I
he
feel
just
like.
got. What did he get last week?
Well, they did like the naming. Screen.
Yeah.
They did name 100,000 things, and they all got the tat. I think they randomly searched ones, and they all got a tattoo of whatever it was.
So I was going to go with prostitute, because I think sometimes when people cut corners on prostitutes, they're like, oh, I'm at this point where I just need 2 holes in a heartbeat. I think if you just keep going up, you'll never be disappointed. Then rolling over after you have that post-nut clarity and seeing this meth head who's missing more teeth than she has. So I think prostitute's one of my first honorable mentions. I got a bunch more because now I want to pull back on the tattoo thing. You guys have got me fucking twisted.
No, I think tattoo's
Yeah, yeah.
right because it's so
Yeah.
permanent.
Oh, fuck
I think
yourself.
I think that's a good choice. I had a medic in Iraq. Like people would go to the medics station, and this
Right.
guy was like an aspiring tattoo artist, and he would give people tattoos, and they were awful. And I couldn't believe that people were willing to do this. And then the other thing I don't understand right now with tattoos is the trend, and I guess Nick kind of has this, but like the people that just do random things on like the lower parts of their forearm and stuff.
Bangers,
Just a
yeah.
bunch of mishmash of stuff. I don't get it, but I guess if you're gonna put something on yourself, you want a good artist to do it.
If it means something, yeah. But like I have a friend who had this, animal put on his arm, and the animal looks like it has Down syndrome. Like it just, I was like, why wouldn't you go to somebody that knew bears better or something like that? Like get the premier bear thing, because you're going to see this fucking thing for the rest of your life. So I would never cut a corner with that.
Fair.
Okay.
What else you got on honorable mention, Large?
I think, well, when I was thinking ceiling floor for food, I think sushi. Once you
Yeah.
pay up for very good sushi, you'll
Yeah.
never, and the floor for sushi is gas station sushi.
Right.
So when you wind up having a lot of good actual white tuna, you'll never go back to the Escalar, and you're certainly not going to go back to the crab stick at Dwayne Reed. So I think with me, I always pay up for anything that involves fish. It's just healthier for you. I mentioned
You're saying you can't
prostitutes.
get down with all you can eat for $50 sushi? Because I don't mind those here and there.
I mean, I could probably do it with you, but then I could lay down on the floor and shit on the ceiling the next day.
I've never
It
had
doesn't
that
treat you well health. I didn't hear that.
I've never had that problem.
Oh, okay. Congratulations. Yeah, I
Like,
mean, most
just
people.
think about the last time I had omakase was
Yeah.
where you sent me sushi
Yeah,
by
that
sea.
place, yeah,
Oh my
those
gosh.
guys are fucking. So have you gone high?
I have.
with it?
I did
You have.
sushi by scratch down here.
And
Handful of months back. It was incredible, but I enjoyed every ounce of it. But like I can eat just standard takeout sushi too.
No, so can I. That's why, I'm
Yeah.
saying, I didn't get up to it, but I'm thinking that it is one of those things that I always pay up for. I don't eat cheap sushi anymore. I'm at that point but it just doesn't agree with me. So maybe that's it. I like paying for no ads on things. Like whenever I get the opportunity to not
I'm
have
very
fucking
close
ads
to doing it
interrupt
on
me.
YouTube.
Yeah, and
You won't.
I like to overtip for good service.
I might.
because good service
I'm
is
thinking
gone
about it.
nowadays.
Yep.
Yep.
Painters, I think,
Yeah.
if you're going to look at that, if you're going to sit down
Yep.
on that comfortable couch and wrap yourself in that thread count sheet, and and you look and you always have those fucking holidays because you would just wanted to get through the wall. I think paying for a good painter, socks, car tires. or something. I've had cheap car tires, and you just kind of in all the time, and it's dangerous on top of it. So I got a bunch of things that I didn't get to. What else you guys got?
Cons, we'll go with you first.
Similar to good dress shoes, bespoke suits and shirts. I think oftentimes guys are uncomfortable in suits and shirts because they don't fit and they're not good quality fabric. When you get a suit that is made for you and a shirt that is a high quality fabric, it's unbelievably comfortable and it's worth going and paying for what that costs. Maybe I kind of already got this with tools, but a good vacuum I think is a good investment.
Yep.
It definitely is.
Similar to knives, I think cookware is good.
Yep.
Along the lines of couch, mattress, we all sit in desk chairs all day. I have to go in pillows. I put honeymoon because you're only going to go, in theory, on one of them. So go nuts, overpay on it. Because if you do it right and you can afford it, go nuts, overpay. And then, similar to that, like, golf trip with your buddies. I think that's pretty unique to a small subset of people, though. So I did not choose that.
There's one no one's mentioned so far. I'm going to wait till everyone goes to see if I'm way off base.
Chief?
I never skimp on eggs. So I always
just
pay
about
like
to
a
say,
premium for like good quality eggs. So I do a lot of cooking. So that if I
Shocked you didn't take that.
really,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm shocked I didn't take it.
yeah. So it was on my list, obviously. But I had food in general. Like I kind of pay for like the good. I try to
Good
if I-
steak, right?
yeah, you get good steaks and cook them at home or sometimes at a restaurant. Who knows?
Yeah.
But just good food in general. But I was talking more from like a cooking perspective. Like the ingredients kind of can make the food a lot of times. I went through like 5 or 6 really shitty coffee makers, like the little Mr. Coffee ones that they always break. So getting a good coffee maker. I also had like having a couple of like nicely tailored suits or blazers for weddings and funerals and whatever, like Cons had. And then I said, good seats at the game. Like if you're going to pay, it's like I always have this thing where I get like sticker shock where it's like, I don't want to pay an extra $100 for the, to sit in a spot where I'm going to enjoy it better. And then by the time you're in there, you're paying that for everything else anyway. So it's just like if you're committing to go to the game, do it the right way.
Just do it.
Yeah.
I think that's actually should have been picked.
Dave, what do you have left in your list?
I saw this one. Obviously, I can't take it, but divorce attorney. The rationale the guy gave is like, this bitch is gonna take half your money, get a good divorce attorney, and she won't. And I'm like, that probably makes sense.
That's
Pet
just
insurance.
miserable. That's miserable. You're planning for demise.
No, he's not planning. It's just next one, Dave.
Pet insurance.
Yeah, pet insurance.
Self-explanatory.
That's a good
And
one.
I don't currently take myself up on that, and I know it'll bite me in the ass, I'm sure. And then socks. I used to do this thing where anytime I'd go to Target or Walmart, I'd just buy a pack of socks so I could have all the socks. Now I just buy a pair of socks for like the same as I was spending on all my socks, or like a pack of socks.
I've tried everything with socks. Doesn't matter. Like you can get a good pair of socks. No sock is the same after it's been worn and washed one time.
I disagree.
You're-
I'll give a free ad right here. Balagas, they do.
Right?
You're spending $20 for one pair. though.
I feel like if I win the lottery, I will have a brand new pair of socks every day.
You got to come over to Compression Land, baby. I put these things on 3 days ago. I hate quitters. I hate socks that keep falling down. So I went to fucking compression socks, and I don't have any circulatory issues. You would think I did. Compression socks, you don't fucking touch them. They hold
Not
up.
yet. Yeah.
Strong as shit. Yeah. So
Nah,
you'll be
I
there.
agree, especially like when you get into like the dress sock game too. You don't want socks falling down when you're wearing a suit. So I think socks is actually. I'm surprised nobody took socks.
I have 3 left. I couldn't take this one because I still am more than fine with the lower quality, but there is a big difference in chocolate once you have some really nice ones. You know?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, there are some really, really solid chocolates. Yeah. Dave might be the only one that agrees with this one, but cereal. Like there is something about having the name brand Cinnamon Toast Crunch versus
Purely Elizabeth.
Yeah, you know what I mean. There's, that it is.
As opposed to like the generic.
Yes, it's
There are a couple good, not that one.
fine. Yes, but
The ripoff tricks. Oh,
it's good.
So good.
Never
It is
had
so
it. Yeah.
good.
I just feel like cereal is generally what we're paying for. And there's some bad frozen pizzas. Had some bad frozen.
What's a good one?
I just said that people are gonna say this is trash. I'd say my top 3 are probably Home Run In, Tombstone, and I like the Screaming Sicilian too.
Okay.
Strong 3.
I think it's a little different category, but the Lou's Frozen, where you can ship it as a gift or whatever.
Yeah, it's way different.
Oh, that's
I know
you're
it's
spending
way-
like $100 on that.
I'm just saying, in
Yeah.
terms of like, I'm gonna have a pizza and I can have it frozen, and what's the closest you can get to getting something in a restaurant? I think Lou's is pretty close.
I like DiGiorno too, but I'm saying there's some really cheap ones where it's like this is.
Yeah.
Can't eat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I think that's it.
that's a draft. I'm gonna read them off. Then we'll vote someone off the poll. If you have your phone on you, write in a blank text or something like that. Here we go. Cons: mattress, Uber, tools, steak, fitted golf clubs. White Sox Dave: toilet paper, wine, and bed sheets, riding lawnmower, sunglasses. Eddie: movers, footwear, air conditioning, first class, paper towels. Chief: TSA pre-check / clear, couch, housekeeping, vacation hotel, knives. Large: direct flights, health insurance, shower heads, rental car, gas, and tattoos.
I'd like to vote last this time.
I'd like to vote second to last.
That's not allowed.
Why?
I didn't know. You requested, so I requested. I didn't know that was
Eddie
a thing.
always goes last. I don't think that's right.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
you're right.
Why don't we just go in the order?
that's exactly what we do. Oh, the order of what we picked.
I don't give a fuck. I just thought I'd sit in.
Cons.
I'm still writing mine down.
Wait, what are we doing?
You did cons?
Voting for the worst. No, I'm
Okay.
asking for Cons' vote since he drafted first. I think that's fair.
Okay. I mean, he's gonna vote for me, so I'm gonna vote for him, White Sox Dave, because I don't agree with the wine pick. Mostly, I don't think that's something you need to overpay for. Well, I didn't
No,
like
keep
that
going.
pick.
Keep speaking. You were about to
No.
contradict yourself. You can keep speaking. I know what you were about to say.
I didn't say anything. I just said I don't like that pick.
And then you're like, well, and then you were about to contradict yourself, and then you caught yourself, and then you stopped.
Large, who you got?
I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm also White Sox Dave. Please don't get mad at me. I will tell you the wine thing, obviously, like I'm a little bit different. And 2, ride-on mowers. I think you should spend your money on a landscaper and not a fucking ride-on mower. That's what and you're going to say, well, it's very fucking cathartic and therapeutic to do it. I just don't have that experience. So I'd much rather pay up for a landscaper than pay up for fucking tools or ride-on mowers and stuff like that. I'd rather maybe somebody be like, I'd rather TaskRabbit than have a great hammer. Although I have a wonderful hammer. And then the same thing with the lawn thing. It just doesn't resonate with me. I'm sorry, Dave. Please don't think this is the start of something bigger.
You very eloquently
Thank you, sir.
described the
Appreciate you.
reasoning.
The-
So
yeah, I was the
accept
velvet
it.
hammer there. Thank you.
Chief.
It pains me to do this, but I am going with Cons, basically because I didn't like his explanation of Uber in that situation. The steak one, I'm probably more on Dave's side. And then tools, you can't have all tools.
Yeah.
Eddie got all shoes. If Eddie didn't say shoes, I wasn't gonna say tools.
I
Yes,
like
you
the
were.
rest of his board better than yours. I considered him as well.
White Sox Dave, who did you vote for?
I voted for Cons. And I didn't vote for Cons. I didn't vote for Cons because I think he's a fucking loudmouth doofus. And while I do think that's true, I do think he had for the reasons Chief just said. The Uber pick, he wasn't even going to make the reasoning that Ed gave him that. Same with the tools. The steak, I can do just as good at home. Large
You
degrees.
no, you didn't say just as good. You said
Just about
almost
as good. Almost
That's a
as
very
good.
big
Very
All right, so it
close.
comes down to Ed.
Eddie, don't do this
Thanks,
to me.
Chief.
I hate to
Don't do it to me, Ed.
guys. I'd love to like hop in here and
Did I just go out?
go one way or the other. We
Yeah,
can
you're
still
still
hear
there.
you.
We can hear you.
You could just stay there. We're almost done. Guys, I unfortunately can't break this tie as much as I would love to.
Voted for me.
I voted for myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was down to myself in Cons.
Yeah, so it's going to come down to Danny Lance. And you can get in the middle of this blood feud.
Fucking
This is
coward.
like Hatfield and McCoy.
Ed, I can't believe you.
What a punt that was. You could have just broken the tie.
He's such
You
a
pussy.
And the
He's
people
such
could
a
watch
pussy.
the tape. I did not change anything on my phone. I had myself written down because I thought this might happen, and I did not want to get in the middle of the blood.
Still a pussy move, nonetheless.
Geez. Well, I guess my initial wrote down, I voted for Chief, actually, unfortunately. So, but if I have to break the tiebreaker, can you read them to me one more time?
Cons: mattress, Uber, tools, steak, fitted golf clubs, White Sox Dave, toilet paper, wine, bed sheets, riding lawnmower, sunglasses. I know who I would have voted for, but it doesn't matter.
Well, it would have mattered.
I mean, getting mattress 1-1. I don't know, Danny. You make your own picks, buddy. But I think like that is the ultimate.
Did you just buddy
pick.
our producer?
A lot of lobbying here. I like
No,
it.
I call everybody buddy. That's a term of endearment. If I want to,
It
really,
is
like,
not a term
grade
of
someone
endearment.
like Dave, I call him Raccoon Boy or Champ.
Champ was bad.
That was good.
All right, Lance, what do we got? Who had the worst draft?
We're keeping Dave on the board. I vote for him every time. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I think it's
You can vote with your heart, Lance.
Do it. No.
You know he already
don't do
did.
that.
He just voted.
Danny, do it. Do the right thing.
Who's
Hey,
worse,
you
Lance?
really
Who's
want-
worse?
I don't think a riding mower is good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Honestly, I'm sorry. You told me. I had your back. I was gonna do it.
I appreciate the
Yeah.
honesty. I was gonna vote for myself. I didn't. I didn't like my last couple picks. My computer just died.
Thank you.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, boys.
Look at Chief. Chief's got to drive. Chief's-
Thank you, boys.
I gotta hit the road.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
get in an Uber to a nice steakhouse.
Thank you, Large.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. That's it, everyone. That was fun. We will see you all tomorrow.